Hi kindergarten, welcome back to our social and health lesson. Last week we had the chance to talk a little bit about what a time capsule is, and you guys also had the chance to read a story called The Time Capsule. And if you remember, a time capsule is a container filled with stuff from today. Now we talked about how you can put in letters, toys, newspapers. You can also put in magazines, photographs, school projects, or maybe even art projects as well. And you can put all these things into a box or container and you can bury it in the ground. Then, when you grow older, you can dig it up and find all the things that you've put in, particularly things from that moment in time. So, our time capsule includes a very special event that we're dealing with right now, and our essentially time capsule includes us during this time of COVID. Now, last week, kindergarten, you had the chance to fill out the All About Me page. You guys got to write about your favorite toy, your favorite food, how old you were, how tall you were, or how tall you are, sorry. You even had the chance to put your shoe size, and I can guarantee you that the size of your shoe will change as you get older. Today, I will be going over the next page with you. So if you don't have your COVID time capsule booklet out, kindergarten, you can take it out right now. You will then flip on to the next page, and you can see what page I'm looking at by looking at the screen. So it should say at the top, how I'm feeling. Now, this page deals with our feelings and emotions during this time. So if we look at the box here, the first box beside our face, it says words to describe how I feel. Now, you may go ahead and pause the video, kindergarten, to think about or come up with words to say how you feel, and then we can go over it together. All right, kindergarten. So if I were to think of how I'm feeling at this time, one of the things that Miss Salvador feels is the feeling of being worried. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to write worried on the box. And it's okay to feel nervous, anxious, or worried. This is my first time going through something like this where we feel uncertain about what's going to happen the next day. And it's also my very first time teaching in such a different way. So having to make a website and marking things online were things we were never taught in teacher school. So Miss Salvador does have some worry about things. But you know what, kindergarten? That's okay, because one of the other things that I'm feeling is being grateful. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write the word grateful underneath the word worried. And grateful, kindergarten, is pretty much another word that means to be thankful. And I am thankful because even though I don't get to see everyone in class, I am still thankful that we have a chance to do online learning and that Mrs. Zablotnik and I have things like Google Meets where we can still see your face and still interact with you. I'm also thankful that I have other teachers who are here to help me with anything I need. And I'm grateful that I can help others with anything they need as well. Another word that Miss Salvador is using to describe what she's feeling is also frustration. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write frustration. So sometimes Miss Salvador gets frustrated when things don't upload to the website correctly, or I'm not able to do something in the right way. And I feel that sometimes you guys may be frustrated if you're at home for most of the time. So I can soon find out that I can turn that frustration into happiness, because even though everything is new to me in this online learning world, I am happy that I can go home and have a little bit of knowledge each day to share with my sisters. So when they have trouble with something, I can most likely help them and go through whatever trouble they have with their schoolwork. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write happy in the box. So I hope you filled in the box with at least 3 feelings that you have kindergarten. In kindergarten, it's okay if we feel scared or worried sometimes because we don't know, for example, when school will start. This is definitely different from normal, but I also want you to make sure that you think of happy things as well, like how we still have the chance to learn given the tools that we have today. So the next and last thing that I'm going to do with you is I'm first going to zoom out and then I'm going to zoom in again. Grab my pen. The next and last thing I'll do with you today is the 3 things I am most excited to do when this is over. Again, you can go ahead and pause the video and think of 3 things that you are most excited to do when this is over. I will go ahead and share mine. And I think the one thing that I'm excited to do is to see my friends. Now, I haven't seen my friends for about 2 months now, and although I still get to see one of my good friends, Mr. Bohr, who teaches 1A, we haven't actually had the chance to talk and eat with our other friends, and we can chat for a long time while eating. It's one of our favorite things to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write down seeing. Oh, we want to make sure we start with a capital because we're starting a new sentence. Seeing my friends. And I think I'm going to put an exclamation mark at the end because I'm excited. Okay, another thing that I'm excited to do is to go to the recreation center. Now, during the summer, my friends and I love to play badminton at the rec center, and at least 2 times a week, I love accompanying or joining my sisters for their swimming lessons. Not necessarily to help them swim, but sometimes we go just to swim for fun. So although we might have to be careful when going now, I am excited that in the coming weeks we can go back to the rec center. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write going. I'm going to start with a capital because we're starting a new sentence. Going to the rec center to play badminton. This one's a long word, kindergarten. Badminton and go swimming. Okay, moving on. The last thing Miss Salvador is really excited to do, and this is one that she's so excited to do in the summertime, is I love to go on a lot of hikes. So for a while now, they've closed down the parks in the mountains, but it seems like they will be opening them up soon. We are very lucky, kindergarten, to be living a couple hours from the Rocky Mountains, where we can go hiking, camping, and things like that. So once this is over, Miss Salvador is going to try and do at least 4 hikes in the mountains for the summertime. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write hiking in the mountains. Exclamation mark, because I'm really excited for that. So now, kindergarten, I'm not going to make this video too long for you guys. So I would like you to do the rest of the page on your own. I'm going to go ahead and read what the rest of the boxes say and what you should do. So please follow along closely with me and my red pointer. So we had a chance to do the words to describe how I feel during this time. The next box underneath that says I have learned most from this experience. So in this one, you can put anything that you've done or anything that you've learned. So for example, I know some of the kindergarten students in the afternoon have played like the guitar or ukulele or have done the piano. So if you have the chance to learn a little bit more notes or play some musical instruments, you can go ahead and put that down. We completed this one together. This is the 3 things I'm most excited to do when this is over. This one, I really like this one. It says, I am most thankful for. So what are you most thankful for, kindergarten? What are you happy to still have during this time of COVID? So like I said, or as I mentioned before, I'm really thankful that I still have the chance to do my lessons online and continue your guys' learning. So you're going to think of one thing that you're thankful for. If it's for food, you can say that. If you're thankful that, the weather is getting warmer and you can get to go outside, you can do that as well. You're going to then fill out this kind of person or this head over here, and you're going to put in how you're feeling. So right over here it says how my face looks, and it shows different emotions for how your face is looking. So if you feel really happy, or if you feel somewhat happy, or a little bit sad, or a little bit happy, you would put this one. You could color in this one. Or if you feel upset or worried or frustrated, you can go ahead and color in these faces. But after you're done filling in one of these emotions, kindergarten, you're going to go ahead and you are going to draw what your face looks like. So if you're feeling really happy, then you're going to draw a big smile and maybe kind of high eyebrows to show that you are happy. If you're worried, if you're upset, you may put an upside down face to show that. Okay, so you can go ahead and you can fill the rest of the page out by yourself. You can ask mom or dad to help you with spelling or writing the sentences. But if it's a really easy word, kindergarten, and you think you can spell it, then you can go ahead and stretch those sounds out, just like what we do with our beginning sounds and spelling. That way you'll have a chance to practice your spelling skills. Now, parents, we don't encourage you to come up with the sentences themselves. So the main idea here is for your child or for our students to come up with the idea themselves. So if they are able to think of the idea and you can help them with the sentence writing, then that's perfect. If your child can do both, that's great as well. Okay, but I will let you do that on your own. And that's it for today's social and health lesson, kindergarten. I will see you again next week for our next page. If you would like, you can also color the cover page if you want, or if you have some extra time. If you don't want to, that's fine as well. We hope everyone has a really good weekend, and we will see you again next week. Bye, kindergarten.